Hi, it's Art Vuolo here for the Radio Dream Lunch. We don't know why it was called that or how long ago or by whom, but we started it 10 years ago by 6 people having lunch at Marie Callender's out in Valencia, California here. And then we said, let's do this again. And every year it got bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, this is year number 10. So we've run it for a whole decade. It's been a ton of fun. A lot of people have come and had a really good time. We're expecting a record crowd here at Steve Resnick's fantastic home, which is in Sunland. Shadow Hill's part of Sunland, which is kind of on the north end of the LA Valley. And we're going to have a ball today. You're going to get to see some incredible people that were here and having a really great time.
Is this your first time here at the Radio Dream Lunch, or have you been here in the past?
I was here last year, but it wasn't at this house. It was at a restaurant. So this is the first time here at Resnick's.
Very cool. Very cool. So is this the first Radio Dream Lunch you've been to?
No, I've been to at least two before. One here at Steve's, and the first one I attended was in Burbank. They had a restaurant in Burbank. I've forgotten the name of it. So this would be my third, actually.
Yeah,
but
I love coming here to Steve Resnick's house.
Oh yeah, as I said to you a moment ago, it's a radio museum, records museum. And every time I come here, I see something I never saw before. So, yeah, it's a hoot coming here to see some old colleagues and friends and whatever Steve has added to his monumental collection. Yeah. So.
Cool. And then is this your first Radio Dream Lunch, or you've been here before to Steve Resnick's house?
2 years ago, I was here.
Oh, cool. What do you think of his place?
I love the house. Love the place. And remember, I'm coming from Ontario, Toronto area. I don't get out here very often. But I just love to come to the place and have a look at it. It's a perfect place to be.
Yeah, very nice. So cool. Have you been to Radio Dream Lunch before?
What?
Have you been here to the Radio Dream Lunch before?
Not in a long time. I've known Steve Resnick since my days in college.
Oh, okay.
He was doing promotion for ABC Dunhill Records.
Nice.
So that goes back a long time.
Yeah, I always love coming here at his place.
Yeah, I used to come in and I helped bring Steve different things for his collection over the years.
Very cool. What have you brought over the years?
Well, today I brought him a calendar that Ralph's Markets put out last year, a Jewish calendar spotlighting Jewish rock and roll stars.
Oh, really? That's cool.
So that was the one thing I added today.
Very nice.
And I can't remember some of the other stuff I brought him over the years, just stuff that I've collected.
Your first Radio Dream Lunch you've been to?
No, last year we were here. We came, but this is the first time I've been to Steve's place.
Okay.
I mean, this is an amazing,
Wait till you go downstairs.
an amazing collection of just priceless stuff. It's incredible. It really is pretty neat.
Have you been to Radio Dream Lunch here before?
I think I've been to almost every one of them.
Okay, cool. What
And
do you think of Steve Resnick's house?
Steve Resnick's house is amazing. It's like, I've known Steve for, let's put it like this. I don't remember when I didn't know Steve. So, and I've
said anything to his collection?
Oh my gosh, yeah! I think I'm one of his top 3 contributors. A couple of satin jackets up there on the wall, or things I've sent, and it's just been, I've sent him like bagfuls of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a lot of fun to be contributing to this. And Steve is like, I would call him a lifelong friend. So.
And that's the key. And to be here at Steve's museum, this is the real museum. Okay, I've been through so many of the tours that he does, and every time I'm here, I learn something different. I see things of mine that are here that I remember giving them to him, and I'm saying, don't you ever sell this place. Don't you ever. When he had the fires, man, I tried to get here. They wouldn't let me near the place just to see if I could comfort my friend,
Yeah. So have you been to Radio Dream Lunch before?
I have, yeah. This is the biggest turnout I've ever seen, but as they're saying, it is a museum, and it's fun to see all of this stuff. And then a little sad to see all of this stuff that I had at one time that I don't have anymore. So that's a lot of fun.
And you've been here before, the Radio Dream Lunch. I think I interviewed you 2 years ago. You always discover something new, or have you donated anything to Steve Resnick's collection?
No, but I was very alarmed with the recent fires in this area, and I sat at home watching him on TV, and I thought, oh God, I hope Steve's okay with all his amazing accumulations over the years. And there's some singed trees outside, but it looks like he came through it okay. But I really worry about stuff like that, because this is just irreplaceable, what we have here. I wish more people could see it, and hope they take the video tour if they don't get to come see it themselves, because it really is amazing.
first time here at Steve Resnick's house?
This is my first time at the Radio Dream Lunch. I was told it will be the last one.
Yeah.
But I was also told that that threat has been made 3 times previously, so
Okay,
I'm hopeful.
I'm hopeful too. We did
Yeah.
another one, so.
The big thing for me is coming here every year, get to see Resnick's house, get to see Art Vuolo, get to see Joel Denver, see if he knows of any cool gigs. Which is, we always used to, whenever you're out of work, the first thing you did was you call Joel Denver and say, what are you hearing about? But these are great people. I hope that what Art's saying is not true, that this is the last year we're going to do this, because I look forward to it every year, seeing, a lot of the same people and then some different ones, and it's just great to stay in touch. So anyway.
Do you understand the first 15 minutes, I was in the first 20 minutes that I came in here, I was petrified.
Yeah.
I was scared to death. These guys are my heroes. I grew up in Seattle, so it was KJR and King. And then, and then you learn as you get into the business, you learn about the greats, and it gets handed down through generations. And I'm not kidding. Like, even now, 2.5 hours later, I'm on the verge of tears just standing here. And I've known Steve Resnick for as long as I can remember getting into programming and being a music director and all of that. And he's always been so amazingly supportive. And he's always been, there were a lot of these guys that were here that were so good to a young punk kid coming up in the business. And, the idea that a few of these guys like Dave Scholin's always been so amazing to me. And that, a guy like the Duke, or the KFRC, I freaking love KFRC. I mean, and a guy like that will look at a guy like me and says, and he told somebody else, dude, Chet's a really good jock. You kidding me, man? Wow. Are you kidding me right now?
Last question. What do you think of Steve Resnick's collection? Have you donated anything to it? Have you seen anything that really popped out to you?
Actually, I've never seen this. I've heard about it. Steve actually told me about this many years ago. But I have some things that I do want to donate now because I've got some things that are sitting on shelves that would be better served here. They'd be better protected.
Yes.
You never know what happens to a little memorabilia after you move a few times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this your first Radio Dream Lunch? Or?
I've been to this house once, and I don't think it was for a Radio Dream Lunch. But when I walked in, the guy I first saw was the guy I was here with 8 years ago. It was Rick Stone, who I know from A&M Records, and of course that's how Steve knows him so well. So it was kind of like old home week, and getting a better tour this time of this masterful museum. So what a joy to be back.
What do you think of Steve Resnick's house? Is this your first time been here?
No, I've been here before, and again, I don't know why I'm really here because I'm not really radio, but they kind of keep me as one of their own. This house is amazing. This is about the 3rd time I've been here, and it amazes me every time. You find something new, there's a few new things, and you just see things that it's like watching a movie over and over again. You see things that you've never seen before. And it's so nice of Steve to offer this.
Do you really think this is Art's last one? Or?
Yeah, he said that before. Let's hope not.
Well, Steve, it's another wrap.
We did okay?
We did okay, I think. I didn't get an accurate count of how many people are here. I'm going to guess at least 50 or more.
Oh, I think it's well more than 60, 50.
Really?
I think it's more than 65 or 70.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we had a crowd, and we knew we would because this is the end of a decade of these wonderful get-togethers. We started 10 years ago.
Time out.
Yeah, you probably mentioned
Time
it.
out.
Yes.
This is the last time that Art says we're going to have this party. This is the 3rd time he said it. But okay.
No.
But okay.
This is it. Because if anybody wants to carry the torch, they can do it on their own. We're done. I mean, this man has been gracious enough to let us have his house, 4 or 5 times out of the last 10 years.
Yep.
We started out at the Marie Callender's. We had at the Smokehouse a couple of times, and the rest of them have all been here. So we appreciate your looking in. If you're watching on YouTube or just seeing it wherever, this is what you missed because we ain't doing it anymore. If somebody else wants to do it, I'll come to your party. How about
Sounds good.
We'll do that. So thank you very much for Steve Resnick. I'm Art Vuolo. Thank you and have a great 2019.
As Dick Clark would say, see you soon.